Hey everybody, welcome back to another Deck Profile Friday. Sorry about the last one. I was feeling fairly unwell, and actually kind of for this pretty much whole week, as I've just been working extremely hard right now. One of my goals as of late is to get debt free, and I am on the way to be there. We're looking probably about the next month and a half or so, which is awesome. All my stuff is paid for, including my car, and then we'll actually be able to save money and then spend it on other things like Pokemon, right? Which is awesome. So, but yeah, today I wanted to go over a deck, right? And this deck is not uncommon. It's actually extremely common right now. It's one of the most popular decks that's currently being played. It's currently not doing as well as expected in all the regionals that have happened as of late. I believe it's the Malmo, right? And then they had the Hartford, and then prior to that was Portland, right? And this deck is it's been struggling. It's been struggling to hit top cut, and it's just falling out. And I think it's just because of the consistency of it, and I also think that it's because of the damage output. Right, damage output is a huge thing. A deck that can one hit KO is a lot better than a deck that has to two-hit KO, right? If you're going to be two-hit KOing, you better, have like a damage reduction type strategy, or, against those one-hit KO decks, or a counter. They do this, they one-shot me, okay, I play this and one-shot them type of thing, right? And, with some sort of like technicality, like weakness, or I don't know, right? But I feel like this deck has has this weakness, and so therefore I'm going to give a personalized list on how to counter that weakness. And this here, it's my own creation. I did base it off of a lot of the regionals lists that have appeared. However, I did put my spin on it, and I wanted it to be more so of a one-hit KO deck, right? So without further ado, the deck that I'm talking about is Gardevoir EX, right? I actually, had time to build it, and here we go. I haven't played any games with it, so this is a preliminary list, right? I will try and come up with a better list in the future once I get some games played. But yeah, it's Gardevoir EX, so pretty cool. And let's get into it. So to start, we have 3 Gardevoir EX. Main card here. We got 2 Kirlia. That's a little bit different right there. And then we have 4 Ralts. We got 3 of the Astral Radiance one, and then 1 of the Silver Tempest one. Alright, so Silver Tempest is cool. 60 HP, 1 retreat, no resistance. Weakness to, I believe that's actually metal for some reason. I think that's metal. Right, so that's odd. Its memory skip attack is pretty cool. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use that attack. So a neat little stall tactic there. Right? The reason why we only play 1, though, is because it's a Sableye target. 60 HP, it's not good. The other one there, on the other hand, the Astral Radiance one has 70 HP. It actually has a resistance, which is to fighting, and its weakness to dark. So it did a complete 180 in terms of those stats compared to the Silver Tempest one. Yeah, I think I said 70 HP, which is really good because, a Sableye can't, one shot two Ralts, 260 HP Ralts, right? You can only do one shot here, and then 50 on another, or 60 to two of them, right? Should you be that kind of further down in the game, right? Make sense? And then it's attack their teleportation burst for 10 damage for a psychic, and then obviously switch, right? Kirlia, right? We play 2 Kirlia, right? 80 HP, 2 retreat, no resistance, weakness to metal. So same thing as the Ralts, right? It's attack there for 2 energy, a psychic colorless. This 30 for which is slap, and then its ability there, refinement. You can discard a card from your hand, and then you draw 2 cards. So a lot of you are probably wondering why I only play 2. It's really simple. I play 4 rare candy, right? I think this is one of the biggest problems with Gardevoir, is that the Ralts are really easily targeted, and the Kirlias as well, right? Because it takes 2 turns to evolve into a Gardevoir, right? You evolve the Ralts, and then next turn you evolve into Gardevoir, where it's like, how about we just go from Ralts straight to Gardevoir? How about we just do that? That to me just makes perfect sense, and that's why, we only play 2. Gardevoir EX. This is the main card of the deck, right? Not the Shining Arcana one, not the Silver Tempest one, even though that's not really played. This is the main card, right? I don't really want to be playing the Shining Arcana one. I don't want that. I want to get to this one as quick as possible so I can use that ability. But before that, 310 HP, 2 retreat, resistance to fighting, and weakness to dark. So now it's actually back to an actual normal weakness. Its attack there, Miracle Force, does 190, and then this Pokemon recovers from all special conditions. So that's really cool. But it's mainly there for its ability, Psychic Embrace. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon. If you do, put 2 damage counters on it. Right? That's crazy. So you can just keep doing that turn after turn. If you need to retreat, to another one, you just pretty much, if you need to retreat anything, right? You do this, you use this, and then you always have a way to retreat with this deck, which is awesome because you don't need to play Switch Escape Rope or Switch Cart. Pretty cool. Next, so this here is my spin on it, right? These here are the attackers of the deck, right? I wanted it to be a little bit more aggressive. I want it to be more of one-hit KO potential. And this Pokemon is slightly out of reach on some, but we do, like I said, we do play Choice Belt, which is really good. What we do play, 2 Mewtwo VStar and 2 Mewtwo V, as well as 1 Zacian V. So this is the interesting part of the deck, right? Because most Gardevoir decks play 2 Zacian V. That depending on if you're playing that Mewtwo V Union version or just the straight Gardevoir version, right? We're kind of playing a Mewtwo V Union version, but not really. Like, it's 4 cards dedicated to Mewtwo, but we're not playing Mewtwo V Union. Kind of makes sense, right? So that's why we're only playing 1 Zacian. But to start, Mewtwo V, 220 HP, 2 retreat, resistance to fighting, weakness to dark. First attack for Psychic Colorless does 50. And then second attack for Psychic Colorless, it does 160. And then discard an energy from this Pokemon. Right? Okay, I think that's what it does. Move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, so that's actually way better. I can do that. That's awesome. I can move it to Zacian. And then Mewtwo VStar, the boy himself, 280 HP, the same bottom part there as the V. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Its attack there for Psychic Colorless Psy-Purge. You can discard up to 3 Psychic Energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage for each card discarded in this way. That's pretty good. Right? So you can hit 270 damage for 3 energy. That is insane. Right? And then it's, V-Star Power there. This is an interesting one. I don't think this will come into play that often, but, you could use it like late game, just get some damage on the board, force your opponent to kind of retreat and stuff like that. And then, boom, Star Raid for Psychic Color. So same attack as Psy-Purge, same cost. This attack does 120 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon V. And the thing is, too, right, is with Gardevoir EX, the 190 plus the 120 makes a perfect 310. How many Pokemon right now have that 310 HP? Mew VMAX, Gardevoir EX, right? Very popular decks that have that. So, if you attack with Gardevoir, that Miracle, I think it's Miracle Force there, 190, right? Do that to 3 different V Pokemon, and then next turn, after that, you just Star Raid for a game. Take 6 prizes in 1 turn. So you can play it like that, right? That's pretty cool. That's my spin on it. Nice. Next, just got some support Pokemon here. Right, we have a Lumineon V. Obviously searching your deck for a supporter is a really good thing with Luminous Sign. A Radiant Greninja. Concealed cards, discard an energy to draw 2 cards, right? Gets energy in the discard pile. We can use Gardevoir EX faster, which is awesome. Its attacks on both Lumineon and Greninja we don't use at all because we don't play water. And then lastly, Manaphy. We're playing Ralts, right? A low HP basic. We want to protect it, right? From Radiant Greninja. They get that Moonlight Shuriken off turn 2, right? They go first. They do their stuff. It's your turn. You do your stuff. It's their turn. Their turn. Oh, Moonlight Shuriken, knock out 2 Ralts. That's why we play Manaphy. Right? And that's happened in so many games. Especially if it, it's prized, right? Yeah, there we go. That is the Pokemon. Now the supporters. 3 Professors Reaearch, the best draw card in the game. A Boss's Orders. A Judge. A Miriam. Penny. Roxanne. Serena. And lastly, a Worker. Those are our supporters. Research, best draw card in the game. Discard hand, draw 7. Boss's Orders, bring up whatever you want to knock out. Judge, hand size to 4, both players. Miriam, shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard into your deck, draw 3. Penny, put one of your basic Pokemon and all cards attached to your hand. This is an interesting one here because this here is pretty much good on Lumineon, Greninja, Zacian V, and really Manaphy, right? Because I don't want to be returning a Mewtwo V or a Ralts to my hand, right? So it's mainly those Pokemon. It'll probably be mainly used on Lumineon V, just so you can get that Luminous Sign ability off again. Roxanne, if they have 3 or less prizes remaining, both players shuffle. They draw 2, you draw 6. Serena, 2 effects. Choose up to 3 cards from your hand, discard them, and then draw till you have 5. And then, or switch one of your opponent's Pokemon V with their active. Cool. And then Worker, draw 3 cards, discard a Stadium. So that's an interesting one. Very similar to the regional list one, the trainer lineup. Right, like I said, I haven't tested this. This is something that I will test. Okay. Stadiums, probably the best one in the game, or probably second best one in the game. Temple of Sinnoh. This is arguably, I still feel like Path to the Peak is way better because it combos with Judge, right? A lot easier, and just makes the game, a lot worse for your opponent. But Temple of Sinnoh, how many decks right now are playing special energy cards? Lots. Mewtwo, Lugia V-Star Archeops, right? I don't know, Arceus variants, right? Because they play that double turbo. Lots of things right now are playing special energy, and this is a great counter, right? Plus, playing Path to the Peak in our deck, we can probably get away with it, maybe a copy, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to have my Gardevoir EX shut off, so that's why we're playing this. Next, trainer cards, right? 4 battle VIP. First turn of the game, search up to 2 Pokemon, put them on your bench. Basic Pokemon. 4 rare candy for the reason I mentioned earlier. It's faster to get to Gardevoir. 4 Ultra Ball. We're playing a little bit more evolutions in here, right? So this card, to me, is a lot more important. 3 Fog Crystal. Right? So Fog Crystal is an interesting one, right? A lot of lists play 4. We're only playing 3 because we need that 4th Ultra Ball due to the evolutions that we have. 2 Nest Ball, right? So because of the reduced amount of Pokemon that can get searched with Level Ball, right? Nest Ball, I think, is a lot more useful, right? Because it gets out our Mewtwo V and Zacian V, right? Both of which are unsearchable with Level Ball. And then lastly, just our other trainer cards. 2 Choice Belt, an extra 30. So you can, if you want, right, you can change these, right? I do like having one for sure, but you can put in a Defiance Band or a Cleansing Gloves because there's a lot of Psychic type out right now. A Forest Seal Stone. We do have some V Pokemon in the deck now, right? Lumineon, Zacian, and Mewtwo. So this here is another consistency card. I love this card. This is probably my favorite tool right now in the game. I absolutely love this card. I think it's way better than Scasia Stone as well. And then lastly, a Pal Pad to shuffle 2 supporters into our deck. We do play a lot of one-ofs, so it just makes a lot of sense. All right. And then lastly, the energy cards, and I'm sure you've guessed it. We play Darkness Energy. Just kidding. Psychic Energies. All 11. Right? I think it's a good amount. You could, if you wanted to, play 10, right? As Mewtwo only requires 3 energy. Well, 2 energy to attack, right? But 3 energy to do max damage, right? We're not trying to load up a bunch of energy like the standard Guardy build is, right? Onto their Shining Arcana Gardevoir or the Zacian, right? We don't need to load that much to do high damage. And that's the reason why we play Mewtwo, because it does high damage. So, yeah, but there you go, everybody. This is the Gardevoir that I was thinking about, and, I finally made it. Gardevoir EX with Mewtwo V Star. Pretty interesting combination there. Obviously the best Kanto legendary, and perhaps the best legendary of like all time, Mewtwo. He's crazy good. He's so good. The alien who's in the tank, right? He got his own armor. Crazy. But yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think. Give the deck a try. I'm definitely going to be giving it a try and letting you know what kind of my results are, and probably a future video. And yeah, this is Deck Profile Friday, so don't forget to check out some of the older Deck Profile Fridays. A lot there, right? Obviously the format's evolving, but there's still older format decks that have been posted, so which is awesome. And then obviously don't forget to check out this Sunday, as I'm going to have some Paldea Evolved to be opened on my channel, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm hoping I pull lots of Baxcalibur and Chien-Pao. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. So, but yeah, there you go. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps and boosts the algorithm for me. And next giveaway too will be at 250 subscribers, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, there we go. So awesome. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and once again, see you in the next video.